Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've got Darren Little here from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and we're live right now, broadcasting to all four corners of the world. Guys, this is the power of online marketing. You could literally be in the UK right now. You could be in South Africa. You could be anywhere across the US, Canada, doesn't matter. You might be in Spain right now, Portugal, over in Europe. This is the power of the internet, okay? Now, I want to share with you guys, a little bit of vulnerability here, okay? Because when I first started in this industry, it was about 3 decades ago. And I came from the world of what I call features and benefits, okay? Features and benefits. So this would be features and benefits. So if I have this cell phone here, and it has certain features on it, right? The screen's a certain size, the pixels are a certain size, it can hold X amount of data in it, it has certain things that it can do. Those are all the features and the benefits of this phone, okay? Now, typically, in a features and benefits driven business model, the salesperson is going to pitch or try to convince you of what the features and benefits are of this, okay? Now, if you do that, you will be broke because it's not our business model, okay? It is not our business model. And this is why the failure rate is so high in our industry. Our industry is actually a leadership business model. Okay, now somebody says, well, Darren, I've never been a leader before. It's real simple, okay? If you learn something today that you didn't know yesterday, you now have value, okay? So you didn't know something yesterday. Maybe you didn't know how to generate leads. Maybe you didn't know how to write proper content for attracting the right type of buyers. Maybe you don't understand target marketing, right? If yesterday you didn't know and today you learn, now you're going to implement stuff that you've learned. That's step 2. And then you're going to collect some sort of a result, okay? Some sort of a result. And now you're just going to share your result, right? Like this, right? This is a leadership business model. So you learn something. As soon as you learn it, you now have value because you didn't know it yesterday. And there's millions upon millions of people that are where you were yesterday, okay? So that's our business model. So in the regular world out there, people typically, they learn for a long period of time, from kindergarten to grade 12, and then they go into university, and then they learn, and then they get into a career, and they implement, and then maybe after 20 years, they either teach or they write a book, okay? That is not our business model, okay? That is not our business model. You have to be learning, implementing, and sharing your results all at the same time, okay? Learn, implement, share. Learn, implement, share. Learn, implement, share. 3 simple things. And as you learn more, you start to have more value to the marketplace, okay? Now, is there anybody that does not understand what I just said? Okay, if you don't, just put up your hand. I'm going to say it again. Okay, if you do not understand what I just said, put up your hand and I will say it again. Anybody, if you don't get it. Okay, so 3 simple things. Learn, implement, share. Learn, implement, share. Okay, so your very first week that you're in Millionaire Mentoring, you're going to learn something. Trust me, even today, because today after this first little broadcast, I'm going to do about 3 hours of Millionaire Mentoring, okay? Interactive Millionaire Mentoring. And that is a $3,000 bonus, just so you know. People actually pay that, okay? No joke. So if you go to my website, darrenlittle.com/mentoring-coaching, you can see right on my website, it's $1,000 per hour US for people to get one-on-one millionaire mentoring. So those prices are actually real, okay? So what I want to do here, first of all, before we get started, is I want to just find out from a couple of people. I just want to get a little pulse on, where we're at right here. In the event that you're not currently working directly with me, you've just came to the broadcast today, tell me, first of all, put your hand up. So if you either just got invited by me or somebody's brought you to this broadcast today, put your hand up. Okay, so we got Victoria. So I'm going to unmute you, Victoria. Victoria, tell me a little bit more about what brought you here today. Why did you come here today?
That's actually funny, because half an hour ago I spoke to Anand, one of your team members, and he said, "Oh, look, it's going to be a great Zoom video stream to learn some techniques about business in general." Because I said, "Okay, just be honest with me. How different is going to be from what we already learning through one of our mentors?" And he said, "Yeah, it's completely different. It's going to be everything about business." So that's why I'm here.
Okay, fantastic. And what do you do right now, Victoria? Is it Victoria?
Yeah, Victoria. Yeah, cool.
Okay.
What I do, I started a social media agency, so Facebook social media advertising and coaching businesses.
Okay, great. And you do that full time?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a full-time entrepreneur?
Yeah, by heart.
What do you mean by heart? So do you still have a full-time job and that's on the side or what?
No, full time.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do we got here? Johan Stier. Tell me a little bit about yourself, brother. What brought you here today?
Johannes is my name, actually.
Oh, Johannes. Sorry.
Same. Anand just invited me. And
okay, great. Well, Anand's a superstar. I gotta like that's that's awesome. What is it that you do right now, Johannes?
So I do not have my own business. I'm actually a student right now. I study in London. I'm doing a year abroad right now.
Fantastic. So tell me, let's say that everything went perfect for you. Okay. Talk to me a little bit about your vision. What's your real vision? How much money do you want to be able to make per month?
So you mean the vision about money?
Yeah. Well, like if life was amazing for you, what would that number be for you?
Well, if it's only about the money, I would say right now 10,000 a month is pretty nice. But I don't want it to be only about the money. No, there must be some reason for it.
When you get to $10,000 a month or higher, it's all about the people. Okay, the money comes when you provide value to the marketplace and you help other people. That is our business model. Okay, I don't believe that it's really possible to get past $10,000 a month if you're not helping people, right? Unless you're just driving traffic to a sales funnel and you got a rotator. Because this right here, just so you know, guys, I want to be really, really clear here with you so that you really understand what I'm saying here. This right here is our business model, okay? It is a leadership business model, leadership, okay? That means that you have to lead people, right, in order to help people, right? You got to lead people in order to help people. So a lot of people out there, what they do is they kind of just push pencils and papers around all day. So if I ask somebody, well, give me an idea. I mean, what sort of an income are you making right now online? And they go, well, I'm not making any money right now. I say, well, let me see your last value-based broadcast. They say, what do you mean? What do you mean? Well, this is our industry right here. Okay. So in the event that you're not gathering groups of people together and sharing value with those people, you're really not in our industry because it's leadership. It's a leadership business model. So if you're not leading people, you're not making money. Has everybody got a clear picture there, right? Are we clear? We're super clear, guys. So keep that in mind, that you really have to take the focus off of you. You got to take the focus off of you, okay, if you want to make big money. So what I typically do is I do what are called universal deposits into other people's lives. And the more universal deposits that you make, the more money that you make. Who thinks that's fair? Who thinks that's fair? The more universal deposits you make, the more income that you make. I think that's fair. What's different than corporate America? Isn't corporate America the same? If you go to the extra mile for the people in the corporation and you're the person that always says, hey, who wants a coffee? I'm going to get coffee. You take out the garbage. You do the extra stuff. You stay extra after time. Who do you think gets the job promotion? You do, right? You do. What's different? It's exactly the same, guys. It's exactly the same. Okay, so what I want to be able to do, I'm going to give you guys sort of a little bit of a forecast about today, okay? Right now, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to teach you guys something, what's called automation mastery, okay? Automation mastery. This is how you can actually build a business while having a life, okay? Because most people start off in our industry working at a full-time job, right? Who works a full-time job? Let me just see a show of hands, okay? Full-time job, okay? So the thing that you got to understand is the majority of people actually start our industry on a part-time basis. And when you've got kids and you're married and you got 3 meals to make per day and you got ballet and pickups and drop-offs, most people don't have a lot of time, right? So they need something that's going to sort of do the heavy lifting for them, right? It's going to do a lot of, sort of the sorting and sifting, the lead generation, the presentations, because they don't have a lot of time to do that themselves. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you on today's broadcast how I went to Maui, right? I just got back, right? I've been back for about 3 or 4 days. And I went to Maui on vacation for 2 weeks to hang out with my parents because they go to Maui for 3 months a year. And during the time that I was sitting at the pool, getting a suntan, going golfing with my parents, going out for nice dinners, going to the market, I made almost $20,000, okay? Now, who here wants to learn how I did that? Anybody want to learn how I did that? Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go through sort of an educational overview. Even if you have no experience online, guys, you've never done anything online before, I want for by the time you end here today, so that you at least understand it, right? You might not know how to do everything yet, but at least you're going to understand the psychology behind it, right? Is that fair? Is that fair? Now, in the event that you say, holy crap, Darren, I want to get into the Millionaire Mentoring, what we're going to do after the broadcast is we're going to take about a 20-minute break, okay? And I'm going to give you the opportunity to get access to that 3 hours of Millionaire Mentoring that's going to happen after this, right? Which is $3,000 for only 77 bucks, okay? Now, guys, I will tell you that people actually do pay that. Right? They pay $3,000 to get this information that I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you what type of content that I use on social media. I'm going to show you how to generate leads unlimited, right? I'm going to show you how to never get rejected in your business ever again. I'm going to show you how to attract the right type of buyers, right? Target marketing, people that are already sold on our industry, right? And how to get a ridiculous amount of team duplication, right? Because that's one of the biggest challenges that people have. They don't get any team duplication, right? So grab a pen and paper, Okay, you're going to want to take notes during this broadcast, guys, I'm telling you. And here we go. Okay, so let's start off here. Okay, so guys, have no fear. The MLM superhero is here. Guys, what we teach a lot in our industry, especially in a leadership business model, is something that I call personal branding, okay? Personal branding. So a lot of people say to me, they say, Darren, how do you become the top income earner in a company? I'm going to give you guys an example. When I was with a company called Explosial, I was the #1 income earner. While everybody was marketing Explosial, I wasn't. Now, how's that possible? How could the #1 top income earner of the company not be marketing the company? Because I was marketing my special sauce, right? Now, in that particular case, it was the Academy of Quantum Physics Mind Mastery. So all of the success stories started coming from my special sauce, right? And people would say, well, Darren, I want that. How do I get that? Oh, you get that when you join this, okay? Now, I want to make sure that you guys really understand this, because it's your personal brand of leadership that is going to get you into momentum. You are the product in our industry, okay? So remember that. Now, this is going to be really big, guys. I'm telling you, I'm not, this isn't a bunch of hype, okay? I will tell you that the last time I rolled out a campaign like this with Millionaire Mentoring, I had students as young as 17 years old that made $35,000 US their very first month in business. Okay, no joke, it's all documented. Now, today we're going to be talking about automation mastery, how to build a business while having a life. Now, that's me right there. I'm with my son, Drayson. Drayson, that was when he was about 16 years old. He's now 18 years old. And he came to me this one time. You know, he was staying in, like a military private school thing that he was going through. And he wanted some extra spending money. So I said, hey, Dad, can you show me what you do online? 16 years old. He had a brand new Facebook account. In 2 weeks, he made $2,069. Okay, I'm talking about a kid, right? So it gives you an idea of what's possible. Now, this particular broadcast is brought to you today by the Syndicate.tv online wealth creators, and we're in partnership with my.com business franchise. And guys, I'll tell you, when you see this, when you see how incredibly amazing this is, and then you couple it with Millionaire Mentoring, you have the ability to leverage what I'm doing right here so that you can get money in your pocket, okay? So it's almost like being able to piggyback off of Millionaire Mentoring so that you can start getting your income going vertical. Now, I'm going to teach you guys how I turned Facebook into a personal ATM machine using the strategy called automation mastery, and how I was able to go from zero to $165,058.87 in 30 days using Facebook, okay? And that's all profit. I didn't spend a ton of money on ads. People always reach out to me and they say, well, Darren, can you tell me what traffic that you're using? For the most part, the majority of the stuff that I teach is targeted for the little guy. Now, what do I mean by the little guy? The little guy is the one that doesn't have a big budget. So I want to teach you how to master the basics so that you could actually make money with no advertising, with no marketing, right? Just understanding the content formula that we use on Facebook and how to become the attractor factor. Now, if you stick around to the very end of the broadcast, I'm going to give you a copy of my training manual. And I will tell you that this will literally fast track your career by at least 3 to 5 years in our industry. It's valued at $197. Now, I'm also going to be giving away today a very special surprise bonus that I've never offered before ever on these broadcasts. Okay, it's the very first time that I'm doing this much value because I want to be able to help as many people as possible. So who's Darren Little anyway? Why should you listen to me? Well, first of all, I'm a father of one. That's my son, Drayson, like I was mentioning to you. And, you know, I'm what you would call a serial entrepreneur. Okay, so what is a serial entrepreneur? I've launched in my own personal career more than 40 different products and services into the marketplace. Some of those have been what I call name brands. Okay, bingo.com was my company. I raised $7.1 million for that company. Blackjack.com, I rolled out Able Auctions. I've rolled out a mining company, but I've raised tens of millions of dollars in venture capital. So these are not just strategies that apply to online marketing. We have people that have got consulting contracts, realtors that made an extra $100,000 in real estate commissions in 9 months, people that have got 2-3 pay raises at their regular corporate job, people that have tripled their income in 10 months. So these are strategies that I've taken not only from network marketing, but into the real world, right? Conventional business, and they apply straight across the board. They also apply into your family and your relationships, okay? So once you learn these strategies, you'll have better communication with your children, you'll have better communication with your spouse. I have actually had one student that was divorced for 4 years, and after he went through Millionaire Mentoring, he remarried his wife. Right? Now, I don't know if you've ever been divorced before, right? But I'm telling you, if you get divorced, right, there's probably a reason why. And to go from that to actually remarrying your wife again, that is a pretty significant transformation. Now, I had my first multiple 7-figure year at the age of 35. I actually started in this industry in my early 20s, and I really had some great millionaire mentors. I've coached and trained thousands of people, both online and offline, to multiple 6 figures and as high as 7 figures within a single year period of time, okay? One of the guys that I was actually working with in one of my programs, he was only making $2,500 a month when he first started with me. And by the time he was, going into his 3rd year, he had a 7-figure year, okay, in 1 year. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what's possible. Okay, let me just slide this over here. Okay, so I came from really very humble beginnings, guys. I'm going to share with you that when I started in this industry, I actually had 0 tech skills. I never used a computer before, ever. And when I looked at the computer, because there was so many buttons on it, I didn't know how to type. I never took typing in going through high school and whatnot. So I literally started off just having to go like peck, 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 peck. And over time, it started to get a little bit faster, but I still type with 2 fingers. Okay, I don't know how to type. Complete vulnerability here. I don't know how to type. I type with 2 fingers, but I was still able to make over $1.4 million online, okay? Now, what I did was I used the Henry Ford model. What's the Henry Ford model? Henry Ford didn't know everything, but he had a buzzer on his desk, and if he didn't know the answer, he would just hit the buzzer, and somebody would come in that was the accountant or whatever category, and they would answer the stuff versus Henry Ford answering it, right? Now, what I don't have the talent or skill to do, I just outsource. Okay, now this is something that you have to learn as an entrepreneur. So somebody says, well, Darren, I don't know how to write copy. I don't know how to do tech stuff, right? Then just outsource it. You can get outsourcing for very, very cheap. There's a website out there called Fiverr, right? Fiverr, Fiverr, write that down, Fiverr.com, that you can literally get stuff for peanuts and have people do the skills that you can't do, right? Somebody might say, well, Darren, I don't know how to use PowerPoint. Well, just write out the things that you want and outsource it and get somebody to do your PowerPoint presentation for you. right? Darren, I don't know how to do graphics. Outsource it. Let people do the things that you can't do and don't try and wing it. The secret to my success was really getting millionaire mentors at a very young age that put me on the fast track. And I believe that this is the reason that people do not win in our industry. They can't surrender their pride and they can't surrender their ego and they just can't be coachable, right? I was a person that was coachable, right? And I was willing to take massive action and listen to exactly what my mentors told me to do. So the marketing tip for today, guys, is just be coachable, right? You're going to battle something called the human condition, right? The human condition is that 70 to 80% of your self-talk will be negative, okay? 70 to 80% every day will be negative. And you have to be able to rise higher than that in order to be able to make an income. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is to, number one, be coachable. And number two, you need to engulf yourself in personal development, okay? Personal development needs to be part of your daily income producing activities, okay? Your daily income producing activities. Now, my goal here is that I'm going to take 100 families and I'm going to help you add $100,000 to your annual income. Now, that is sort of an example of what a Saturday broadcast will look like, right? So like I said, they are live, they are interactive, and in the event that you have a question, I go to a part, I say, does anybody not understand this? You put up your hand, we have a one-on-one conversation, and then we continue along with the mentoring, okay? So it is interactive. It's not just you watching a video, it's actually you interacting about your personal business. Now, I want to give you guys an idea of what's possible, okay? This is Jennifer and Jose, and when they actually came to me, they were in dire straits. Now, when I say dire straits, I'm talking about a family with 6 children, and they had an eviction notice, okay? An eviction notice. They were 2 days without water. And they called me up and they said, Darren, we're in real big trouble, right? And I said, okay, here's exactly what you need to do for the next 10 days. And you need to take massive action. Don't question it. Don't try and tell me that I'm wrong. You need to do these exact steps, okay? Within that 10-day period of time, in a 4-day period of time, within that 10-day period of time, they made $5,400, okay, $5,400. And then right after that, they made another $8,000. They were able to get enough money to go. He was the best man at a wedding over in Barbados or Turks and Caicos. And he didn't even think he was going to be able to go to the wedding that he was the best man for. You know, think about what kind of pressure that he was under, where he was required to be part of somebody else's dream, right? Their wedding. And he didn't have the money to be able to go. So within that first month, he obviously made it to, the wedding, and they stepped right into leadership in the second month. And their first year right now, so far, they've made $90,000 online. Okay, the first year. Okay, now that's from an eviction notice, guys, just to give you an idea. Now, this next gentleman right here, Danny Joshi, when he met me last year, he was $50,000 in debt. When I actually did this particular broadcast the first time, he was right around 140 grand. I think right now he's up to $180,000 in Millionaire Mentoring. And he will literally never, ever have to worry about money again for the rest of his life, right? He's now mentoring and training and doing stuff himself. And that's really what this industry is about, guys, just so you know. This right here, these stories, these testimonials, these personal breakthroughs, right? And through the knowledge, right, that you learn about, lead generation, recruiting, content, at some point in time, your confidence and your self-esteem is going to go up here because you know what you're doing, right? A person can ask you a question, you know what you are talking about, and people can tell, okay? And that's the personal development, That's why I really tell people this is really a personal development industry disguised as a business. It's really about personal development and leadership. Now, people say, Darren, well, I'm not an online marketer, right? Will these strategies work for me? Emily Ching has made an extra $120,000 in real estate commissions in 12 months with Millionaire Mentoring. She went from a struggling realtor buying leads, right, to now having an influx of leads. People call her when they want to sell their home or list their home, right? And she's never going to have to worry about money ever again. She now has multiple streams of income with her real estate commissions and online marketing. I think last month, just in one income stream, she added an extra $6,000 or $8,000 on top of her real estate commissions, right? Now, when you're a mother, right, she's married, she's got two girls, I'm telling you that when you have extra cash flow of $6,000 or $8,000 like that, it has an impact in all areas of your life, okay? Your real estate confidence goes through the roof now because you're no longer struggling for income. You have extra income. So keep that in mind. Now, this is a really great story here. Charlene Savage, she was actually living on her credit cards. Okay? She was buying groceries on her credit cards, but she was coachable. She was willing to do exactly what I told her. When I did this broadcast, she was at 160,000. She's now, I think, 175, right, within a year period of time. She just had her 1 year anniversary about 3 weeks ago, okay? So if people can have this big of a shift, guys, right, why not you? Why not you, okay? These are all tried, tested, and proven strategies, and these are all real stories, okay? This isn't a bunch of hype. She wasn't a marketer before. She actually came from features and benefits, and I had to completely retrain her on how to do this business model. This is a great story here too. Billy Anellis, he's over in Toronto, Canada, and he got involved with the wrong mentorship, okay? And all that his mentors were telling him to do was upgrade and buy more traffic. If you don't understand the basics of our industry, that is the ticket to bankruptcy, okay? I do not teach that until you understand exactly what to do with all of the leads. Think about it. If you don't know what to do with all the leads that are coming in from your traffic, you're literally burning money because you don't realize that it's actually a leadership business model. You got to learn the leadership first so that you know what to do with the leads when they come in, right? Does that make sense to everybody? Who thinks that makes sense? If you don't know what to do with all those leads, right, you're literally just burning through money. Okay, you're burning through money. So Billy went from washing cars, okay? He had used up all his savings account. He maxed out his credit cards and following the wrong mentors. So he had to start washing cars to make extra income for his family. And he went from that to $140,000 in 12 months with Millionaire Mentoring. Okay, that's his first year online. Now, here's why most people fail online. Okay? You're probably wondering, why is the failure rate so high? Here's why. Number one, they don't have much time to be able to run their business. Most people work a full-time job. They have kids. They're married. They got pickups and drop-offs. They don't have a lot of time. The next thing, they don't know how to generate quality leads, right? You have to understand how to speak to the listening. Right? I call it speaking to the listening, speaking to your qualified buyer, right? It's called target marketing. And most people don't understand that you generate leads by solving the pain of the market, okay? Write that down. You generate leads by solving the pain of the marketplace, right? So you got to ask yourself, what's the pain of the marketplace, right? And that's what we're going to teach you. Now, they also don't understand the actual psychology of selling. There's a psychology of selling that I'm going to share with you guys. People say, like, here's an example, guys, okay? Yesterday, like if you go to the main corporate group and you look at yesterday's data, 5 people enrolled into my business yesterday, 5, okay? During the time that I was sleeping, I woke up to 3 new people that had joined my business while I was sleeping. I didn't actually talk to those people. They enrolled on their own, right? Now, how did I do that? How did I do that? There's a specific strategy that I will teach you to not only start getting autopilot signups, but also getting signups while you're sleeping, while you're with your children, while you're out at dinner, while you're on vacation, while you're golfing, because there's a specific psychology behind it that you're going to learn. And the truth of the matter is, most people don't know how to close or upsell to higher ticket products because they come from features and benefits, okay? In our industry, just so you know, the conversation should be all about your prospect, okay? Not about your business. Your conversation with your prospect should be about their vision, their dream, their pain, their problem, their passion. It has nothing to do with your business. Okay, I'm going to say this again. If you want to become a top recruiter, bringing people into your organization has nothing to do with your business opportunity. It has everything to do with your prospect and everything to do with your leadership. Okay? Very important, guys. Hope you wrote that down. Now, most people don't know how to recruit new reps. Okay? If I said to somebody, okay, you have to recruit 100 people into this company or you're going to die. Most people would die, right? Truth be known, because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do to recruit new reps into their business, right? They don't know what type of content to create to provide value to the marketplace. Now, why is that? Because they don't realize that they're in a personal development business model. They're not in a pitch business model. They don't need to convince people. They need to empower people, right? Big difference. And they don't have enough cash flow to be able to run their business, right? Huge problem. And they have no millionaire mentor. So most people, they try and wing it, right? They try and wing it. And it's a big problem because it's very easy to get sucked down the wrong rabbit holes or be with the wrong people. And all they tell you is to buy more traffic, buy more traffic, buy more traffic. That is the ticket to bankruptcy. I'm telling you right now. Now, here's what most people do, guys. They have a primary business. Now, this works for anything. Maybe let's say that you're in Melaleuca or you're in prepaid legal or you're in Amway. So most leaders will tell you to go out and pitch your primary business on the front, okay? So what most people do is they invest their own money right there to buy their products and the training. Now, in the event that you're dealing with a high ticket company, where high ticket means it might be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 to start your business, most people will use up their savings account, max out their credit cards, and now they got no money left, right? So what do they have to do? They have to learn free strategies, right? Because their credit cards are maxed out. Now they got no money left, right? Now, what most 7-figure income earners do not tell you is that if you do not have a mentor, okay, you have no millionaire mentor, that path right there is often 2 to 4 years of a learning curve without a millionaire mentor. And there's more risk of personal capital. A lot of those companies like Melaleuca, Prepaid Legal, they all have monthly auto ships. And then they want you to go to one event per quarter, right, for the corporate events. So what happens is that you got now airfare, you got accommodation, you got the event itself, you got food. And those can range anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000, especially if you're with a couple to try to get to those events that they want you to go to. Now, here's what happens as a result. Most people say, well, when I make money, I'm going to reinvest it into my business. Guess what? The majority of people never actually get there. It's a huge problem, okay? So they're taught what I call a business model that is taking them down a road to bankruptcy, right? They're not taught the 7-figure model. Now, this is what the 7-figure income earners do. They have something on the front end that hits all companies. Now, what do I mean by all companies? That means that you could be a Melaleuca, Prepaid Legal, Amway, Prove It, Life Vantage. It doesn't matter what company that you're with. This thing on the front end is going to do a couple things. Number one, it's going to pay back the cost of your traffic, right? Your ad campaign. It's going to build your list of prospects for free, right? At a profit, because you're not pitching your primary business on the front end. You're hitting what's called mass market. That means every single company that's in network marketing, direct sales, MLM, affiliate marketing, they're all going to be able to get value from whatever that thing is on the front end. And now the business is going to pay for those high ticket products in your ad campaign, not your credit cards, not your savings account, the actual business, okay? Now, when my business partner and I rolled out this strategy on one other particular sales funnel thing that we rolled out, this was last July, a year ago July, we wanted to show people how powerful this strategy is. And we wanted to eliminate all the excuses, right? All the excuses. Like people would say, oh, well, Darren, you could do it because you had a lot of money for ads, right? So my business partner and I rolled out this strategy, okay? And in 35 days, we made $240,000 in profit, okay? That was all profit. We didn't spend money on traffic. We just used the free strategies that I teach on Facebook to be able to make that type of income. Now, keep in mind, if I was pushing pencils and papers around all day, I can tell you that would never have happened. But I did multiple mini launches, multiple mini meetings, gathering groups of people together. And as I was having success, I was showing them exactly what I did in order to get the success. That's the business model, guys, okay? Now, the cool thing about this strategy is that you have no additional risk of personal capital, because there's your business is paying for your auto ships. Your business is paying for your event tickets, your airfare, your accommodations. The business is. It is a cash flow driven business model. Now, as a result of that, you end up with multiple revenue streams. Okay, most of my students actually have between 5 and 10 different streams of income, and they once they learn this, they see their name rise up to the top of the leaderboards, and that's typically what happens. Even if you've never been on a leaderboard before, guys, I'm telling you what, you learn this, and you start popping $77 and $1,500 commissions on the front end, and then talk about your primary business on the back end, right? This is the formula, right? This is the formula, right? And Mike Dillard has a book called Magnetic Sponsoring. If you haven't read it, I recommend that you read it, Magnetic Sponsoring. And also another book called Building on a Budget, okay? Where he typically says, set aside $500 a month to start your business with marketing, and then scale up eventually if you want to become a 7-figure income earner to $10,000 and higher. Most people think about earning $10,000 a month. The 7-figure income earners will tell you to focus on spending $10,000 a month if you want to really scale up your business. Okay. Now, there are really only 5 things you need to make a full-time income working part-time, okay? And here they are. The first thing that you need is a high-converting sales funnel or an offer, right? A high-converting sales funnel or an offer. The next thing that you need is traffic or eyeballs on that offer. Now, you can use free strategies, you can use paid strategies, or you can use a combination of both. But you need people, right? Qualified buyers to take a look at the offer. And then you need an autoresponder follow-up campaign so that you don't have to actually talk to every single person at every single step of the way that they opt into your business. Your autoresponder is going to follow up with emails. The next thing you need is a Millionaire Mentor to show you exactly what to do. And I'll tell you what I found over the course of the last 3 decades. When you're dealing with products that are under $100, it's a lot easier for the mass market to be able to market and sell them, okay? Once you get above $1,000, people's own deservability and worthiness kicks in, and they have a harder time selling those products, okay? I'm just being honest with you guys, okay? Now, you may not be one of those people, but I'm talking about mass market, right? Mass market. So what you need, what we have is we actually have sales coaches that do those upsells sales for you. So what does that mean? That means that you would go out and you would learn how to generate the leads. You would learn how to get people to take a low ticket offer like $77. And then the coach takes over from there. And they do the actual other sales of your franchises for you, right? And that's really powerful. That's how you can start waking up to 15, 100, 3,000. I had one day last week where I made 4,500 because I did $9,000 in sales while I was sleeping, guys. I want you to hear what I'm saying again. While I was sleeping, my business generated $4,500, okay? Now, so the moral of the story here really truly is don't wing it, guys. Seriously, don't wing it, right? There's an easier way. Here's what my millionaire mentor said to me. He said, Darren, surrender your pride, surrender your ego, and just be coachable. Okay. Now keep in mind, guys, I came from features and benefits. Okay. That's where I originally started. And I could literally sell ice cubes to Eskimos. Okay. I'm not kidding you. I was very, very good at it. Okay. And I didn't have buyer's remorse or anything like that. People really actually got value from it, but I knew how to do it, right? Just like when you watch those infomercials and you pull out your credit card because you want whatever's on TV. I had to be completely retrained, okay? Completely retrained. Because what he told me is he said, Darren, if you want to make 7 figures, number one, I don't want you talking about our company, okay? And number two, I don't want you talking about our products. Now, if you come from features and benefits and you heard somebody say that to you, you're like, what? How could it be possible to sell products without talking about them? Okay. I learned the 7-figure formula. Okay. And that's to talk about your prospect. So make sure you're just coachable. Now, I want to show you the visual of what a sales funnel actually looks like so that you can understand it. Okay. Once you understand this and you have this in your subconscious mind, it's a lot easier to make money. So the first thing that you have is something called a lead magnet. Okay. A lead magnet is going to be something of value that's free. It's going to be able to build your list of qualified buyers, people that are already sold on our business model, right? Those are the people that are going to, but that's called the low-hanging fruit. Okay, they're already in our industry. You don't have to convince them. You don't have to tell them you have a better way. Most of those people are already in affiliate marketing, network marketing, direct sales, MLM. They're already sold on our business model. Okay, so that's the first thing, a lead magnet. The next thing you need is something of value, something that is unique and different in the marketplace that is what's called a low ticket offer, okay? Now, in our particular case, as franchisees, we actually make that money, the $77, into our PayPal accounts, and it's instant. It's instant cash flow to be able to fund your business, so it pays back the cost of your marketing. It's very important that you have something of value that is a low ticket offer. Okay, it's critical that you get this. That is going to pay back your marketing costs so you're not having marketing costs continually come out of your credit card, right? Or come out of your savings account. Your low ticket offer should either almost fully pay back the cost of your marketing, or if you really become a master at content, you should actually be profitable and be able to build your list for free, okay, with your low ticket offer. So the autoresponder is now going to do the follow-up, okay? The autoresponder is going to do the follow-up. And then the higher ticket products, which is the franchise, is going to pay you a $1,500 commission But the powerful thing is that they're going to do those sales for you, right? There's salespeople that actually do that for you, just like having your own staff. And they also offer optional financing where you can pay it over 3 or 4 months. Now, I will share this with you. The kid that made $35,000 in his first month at 17, he did that while he was in Millionaire Mentoring for the very first month. So a lot of people, they kind of assume they're going to make no money, right? It's a total bad way of thinking. So what you're telling me is that you believe that if you show up for $12,000 worth of Millionaire Mentoring over the course of a month, that you're not going to make a single penny? Think about the mindset behind that, guys. So people believe that they're not going to make anything. And then when they make nothing, they're confused. Why? Because that's what they believe to be true. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, this is the area that you focus on, right? The autoresponder campaigns are actually already written for you. So you learn how to generate leads and how to get people to take the low ticket offer, right? The company is going to do this part for you. This is how you start waking up to autopilot commissions. Chris, take off your request for, don't do that, please. Just pay attention. Okay. So 2 things that you must have to be successful in any business. What are they? And if you don't have these 2 things, your company will go under. Okay. I don't care if you've got a restaurant, if you're a mortgage broker, insurance, automotive industry, retail, if you've got a lounge, a nightclub, a hotel, a motel, if you do not have these 2 things, you will go bankrupt. Okay. The first thing that you need is a steady stream of qualified buyers, people that are interested in what you have to offer, and you need cash flow. If you take away the leads and you take away the cash flow from a business, it will go bust. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, what's the answer to that? The answer truly is Millionaire Mentoring, because we show you how to do both of those and how to become the master of your own domain. So how do you get eyeballs on your offer? Well, you need a lead magnet and you need the right copy. You need free strategies. You need paid strategies. We teach actually a combination of both strategies. But you got to learn the free strategies first before we recommend investing any money into paid strategies. Seriously, guys, just be coachable. Just learn the basics first about leadership, and you need to be providing value to the marketplace, okay? Now, people might say to me, here's an example. You know, Darren, how did you have 5 people enroll yesterday and 3 people enroll while you were sleeping? Real simple. This right here, because those people wanted to get access to the $3,000 Super Saturday today. You see how that works? And they had a deadline. There's a deadline, right, that they have to get in, otherwise they're going to miss it, right? So keep that in mind. The formula that I use is this. Whatever your entry price is, whatever you're marketing, you as a leader need to offer 10 times the value of the entry price before the person even joins your business, okay? 10 times. After they join your team, you need to give them 100 times the value of the entry price, okay? That is the formula that I use. That is the formula that my team, my students use, and I can tell you it works, okay? Value, value, and more value. Now, the cool thing about the My.com business franchise is it's turnkey. So they give you all the sales funnels. They're already pre-tested, right? They give you all the banners. They give you all the training. They give you all the copy. They've already written all the autoresponder follow-up campaigns, and they know it works. How do they know it works? Because it's all been pre-tested, right? So when I look to get into anything myself, I want to know that there's data, right? A lot of people take on a business. We got the best business opportunity in the world. Really? Let me see the data. I want to see the data, right? I want to see how many eyeballs went on your lead cap. I want to see how many people opted in and I want to see how many people bought your low ticket offer, right? That's called data, right? And the 7-figure income earners want to see the data, guys. So when the data comes back, right? I actually had one of my own students. He was the one that actually found this, and he made $50,000 in his first 2 months. Okay, so he came back to me with the data, right? And that's why I got involved. Okay, so it was the data that got me involved, the results. People want results. So this is the lead magnet that they use. They've got about 6 or 7 different lead magnets. This is the one that I like because it caters to marketers. It caters to people that are already sold on our business model. It's called Easy Sketch Pro, and you can do a narration, and the little pen sketches out over top as you're doing. They're very entertaining. They're very engaging, and they allow you to use this to be able to bring people in and build your list of qualified buyers. Great strategy. Now, why does this program work? Number one, you've got everything's been pre-tested for you. Pre-tested lead magnets, pre-tested sales funnels. They have all the pre-tested follow-up campaigns. You just have to drop them into your autoresponder. They got pre-tested promotional materials like the banners and things. If you have a blog, you can have a side panel where you have a banner that goes directly to your sales funnel, right? So they're all pre-tested. They also have the sales coaches that do the closing and the upsells for you, and they give you 200 guaranteed downline members. Now, you won't know right now how much that is actually worth to you, but I can tell you that a lot of those people start upgrading to the pro membership for $77, which goes directly into your PayPal account. And there's a high probability that, at least 2 or 3 are going to get the franchise, right? So that alone puts you into the profit zone. Okay, I already have had people purchase the franchise that, number one, I've never met before. Okay, I've never talked to them before. And all I got was, hey, Darren, just want to let you know that I just went franchise. Okay, so keep that in mind. And they also offer optional financing, which is very, very powerful because it allows people to pay out over 3 or 4 months. Now, the thing that I'm going to share with you guys today is that our industry is 95% mindset. 95%. Okay, it's all in your mind. Whatever you believe to be true will be true for you. So the question is, what do you believe? So here's an example. If you believe that it will be hard, it will always be hard for you. It will always be hard. If you believe that I'm going to give you the fast track and it's actually very easy if you're coachable, it will be super easy for you, right? Whatever you believe to be true will be true for you in the reality, okay? Now, guys, I'm going to share with you that I've been in personal development now for 3 decades. I worked for almost 3 years as vice president with Dr. Lee Poulos with the power of the subconscious mind. He was actually the president for the Canadian Society for Clinical Hypnosis, and he was curing stage 4 cancer patients that were told that they only had 4 months to live with his strategies. And during that time, I learned a lot about the human condition. I learned a lot about what our thoughts, words, and emotions do to create our reality. And then I went on for 2 years to be vice president with Dr. Dov Baron, learning about quantum physics, okay? And what's the equation for manifestation? How does it work? Why does it work? What is the whole formula? And that's what you're going to learn, okay? So keep in mind, your belief is going to be a big part of that. Now, I want to give you an idea of what's possible, okay? This is a campaign that I rolled out that was over a 5-day period of time. It generated $24,288.37 without spending a penny on paid marketing, guys. That was just from Facebook. Here's another example, 4 days, $36,951.41. Once you get this formula, there's no limit per day on what you can earn. There's no limit. There's no cap on what you can earn. Here's another time in 14 hours where I made $17,547.77. Now, a lot of people say, Darren, how did you do that? Okay. Here's what I believe. I believe that if somebody is truly sincere and they're really looking to change their life, that I can help them. I can take that person to freedom in 90 days or less. I believe that every time I log on to Facebook, there's going to be incoming prospects, incoming inquiries, and I believe that every person I talk to is joining my business. Okay, that's what I believe, and that's what happens, right? So your belief is a big part. And then obviously the 0 to 165,058.87 in 30 days using these exact same strategies. Now, what if, I want to put this out to you, what if you no longer had any credit card debt? Think about that. No credit card debt anymore. It's all cleared off. What if you no longer had any mortgage payments to pay each month? What if you no longer had any car payments, right? Everything's owned, clear title. What would that be like? What if you no longer had to worry about paying any bills? What if you no longer had to set your alarm clock every day and get up to that buzzer? What if you could go to bed whenever you felt tired and get up whenever you felt rested? What if you no longer had to deal with traffic every day? You no longer had a boss telling you what to do. You could travel the world anytime you wanted for however long that you wanted. You no longer had to look at prices on a menu. You could spend more time with your family and the people that you really love. Guys, that is my life. That is my life. And I want to be able to help you to be able to experience what that actually feels like. And it can happen just like dozens of people before you. Now, my question to you is, would you be okay with it? Because with the human condition, a lot of people battle deservability and worthiness, okay? It's a serious problem, guys. It's almost like cancer to your dreams, okay? Would you be okay to be able to take off for 2 weeks and go to Maui and sit by the pool, go for walks on the beach, go to play golf, spend time with your family, go out for amazing dinners, and still make almost $20,000 while you're on vacation? Okay, would you be okay with that? That's the question. Now, what if I gave you all the campaigns that have generated as much as 900 grand in team commissions in 90 days, okay, from a complete flat start in previous campaigns? What if I was to give you all the sales copy that you need to start popping $77 and $1,500 commissions like fireworks? What if I gave you all the value campaigns, the follow-up campaigns, the promotional campaigns from A to Z? What if I show you what type of Facebook content creates interaction to teach you how to recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes? What if I gave you access to a private Facebook group that I constantly put in more value about personal development, mindset, motivation, inspiration, strategies that I use to give you the fast track to your dream? Now, here's what I'm going to be doing for the first 100 people. And I can tell you that those spots are going already really super fast, guys. Millionaire Mentoring is actually going to start today after we're done. We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to get moving on into Millionaire Mentoring. So you're going to get 90 days of weekly Millionaire Mentoring every Saturday, 11 a.m. We'll meet for about 3 hours. And the students that have participated in this have gone from as much as $0 to $45,000 in profit their very first month. Okay, their very first month. That is a $36,000 value, and it is real. Okay, it's not a hype thing. It really is real Millionaire Mentoring. I'm also going to show you how to generate unlimited leads for free. Okay, so that you can know how to become the attractor factor. And I'm going to show you how I was able to generate over 50,000 leads for free using Facebook. That's a $1,997 value. We're going to actually be covering some of those strategies today in the event that you get into the first session. Now, I'm also going to show you how to roll out a successful campaign, okay, in both email and on Facebook so that you can create compression. That's how you get people to take action, is through running a campaign, creating compression, and moving people into action. Now, you're going to be able to learn the psychology of selling, how to write copy that recruits new reps on autopilot. That's how I can wake up a lot of times to reps that have already joined me. You're going to learn the strategies to pack webinars and to have people literally throwing money at you wanting to join your business, okay, in any business. I don't care if you're in weight loss, skincare, nutraceuticals, prepaid legal, Amway, realtor, mortgage broker, insurance agent, automotive. I'm telling you guys, once you learn this, you become the attractor factor in business. That is a $2,997 value there. I'm also going to teach you how to never get rejected. Rejection is probably the biggest thing that gets people stuck. They don't move because they're afraid of rejection. What if you could learn how to get people to say yes to your offer, and you could turn your raving fans into promoters? Okay, think about that. A lot of times what happens is people come to my training and they actually end up bringing more people to the training because they see the value in it and they know it will transform those people's lives. That's another $1,997 value there. Now, I'm also going to show you how to recruit new reps into any business in minutes. Okay, now I have mastered this over 30 years to be able to teach people how to recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes. Okay, and I'm not kidding you here, guys. And a lot of times in Millionaire Mentoring, I actually do it live right in front of you so that you can watch me do it. Okay, you can watch me recruit, okay, as you're on the broadcast. And also how to learn how to get explosive team duplication. That is a $2,997 value there. And then I'm going to show you how to make money while you're sleeping. Okay, recruit new reps while you're sleeping. And it really has to do with learning how to clone yourself. Okay, so in this training, I'm going to teach you how to make money while I'm sleeping and how I sometimes wake up to as much as $20,000 in a day before I even get out of bed. Okay, before I even get out of bed, using automation in my business. That's another $1,997 value there. And then I'm going to actually help you to fast track your business. Now, what I found is that many people, they kind of struggle with trial and error, and they end up spending, 5, 10, 15 grand, 20,000 on blowing money. Okay, they blow money on traffic that's just bots. It's not even real. It's just a computer bot that's loading emails into your autoresponder, and it's all fake traffic. They're not even real people, right? And I don't want you to have to experience that, because you might as well get the pile of money, put it in a stack and burn it, because it's not going to do anything for your business, nothing. So I'm going to give you my tech people, my graphic designers, the people that I use for 3D flight patterns and videos that you see a lot of times in the movies, copywriters, blog writers. You're going to get access to the 7-figure contacts direct, right? That alone can save you tens of thousands right there, right? You're also going to learn the traffic sources that we use. How do we get, if we're going to buy traffic, we buy it from vendors that we have relationships with, that we already know it's real, okay? Because most people, they don't understand. So they'll run a campaign and they'll say, oh my God, I got 100% opt-in rate, right? That's called a computer bot, okay? And you don't realize until you've already paid your money, and then you find out that nobody's opening up the emails, and you got duped, okay? They use scrapers. They scrape the emails off the internet. They load it into your autoresponder, and it's all fake, right? So we want to give you our direct, high-converting traffic source. That's another $997 value there. So today, from 12:30 to 3:30, right? Today, there's going to be a $3,000 bonus that I'm giving away today. And we can actually take up to 300 people on the Zoom broadcast. So, as long as you take action and you get the first thing set up, right, which is a simple transaction for $77, you're good. So 90 days of Millionaire Mentoring, 3 hours per week, that's 36 grand. How to generate unlimited leads for free, $1,997. How to write copy that sells, $2,997 bonus there. How to never get rejected ever again, right? Huge problem in our industry, $1,997 bonus there. How to make money while you're sleeping, $1,997 bonus there. live recruiting training, recruit reps in minutes, $2,997 bonus there. Fast track contacts, $2,000. High converting traffic source, $997. And the Super Saturday training is an additional $3,000 bonus. Now you're going to get 12 digital products with sales funnels, emails, and banners. That is the basic thing, guys, that you need to be able to start making money. It's only $77, a one-time payment. Now, in the event that you want to get into this particular Millionaire Mentoring, it's going to run for 90 days and be able to make $1,500 commissions. The franchise is $2,997. They do offer a financing pack. So the total value is $57,056. Okay, $57,000. That is real value. That is not some hyped up thing that I'm telling you. That is real value. And don't worry, once again, we offer financing. Okay, so you're not going to pay that, right? You're not going to have to pay 57 grand. Today on this broadcast, you only have to pay the 77 bucks, right, for today. And the next session, you have to be a franchisee to get into the 9 days of Millionaire Mentoring by next week. Okay, and book your coaching call, figure out a plan on how you can finance it, and you're going to be good from there. Now, I've only taken 100 families. Okay, it's first come, first serve, guys. Okay, I find that I've got to keep the group right around that size so that people can get actual interaction with me. If it gets too large, then people can't actually interact. Okay, and I want you to be able to get as most value as you possibly can. Now, you're going to be able to make $77 and $1,500 commissions while you're sleeping, right? And that's what's happened for me. Now, keep in mind, I just started this on the 3rd of February, and some days I'm already waking up to $4,500 US. Waking up to $4,500 US. Now, that's kind of how I feel sometimes when I get up in the morning, guys, right there, because it's crazy. It's crazy to wake up to $1,500, $3,000, $4,500 in commissions before you even get out of bed. Now, the deadline for Millionaire Mentoring activation will be Friday, March 2nd at midnight. That's if you want to do the full 90 days to get the $57,000. Friday, March 2nd. Mark your calendars, guys. I'm telling you, mark your calendar. Friday, March 2nd at midnight. There's only 100 spots available for that. It's first come, first serve, okay? Now, what are your options? Here's the options. You can say, you know what, Darren? Thanks, but no thanks. Not interested. Appreciate your time. I wish you the best of success. You know, success isn't for everybody, guys. I'm telling you, some people are addicted to suffering. They're so locked into the human condition that there's really nothing that I can do for them until they're either reached a breaking point or they're in a state of transition. So you might say, you know, Darren, thanks, but no thanks. No problem, okay? Now, the second option is that you can just take a test drive. So you might want to see, well, what's this Millionaire Mentoring all about, okay? So you pay the 77 bucks. We're going to take a break right after this. You're going to pay the $77. You're going to get access to 3 hours today of Millionaire Mentoring. Okay, it's going to happen right after this. Real live real Millionaire Mentoring coaching. I'm going to share my screen and show you how it was able to make those numbers. Okay. Now, option number 3 is you can be one of the 100 families. You're going to get access to over $57,000 bonus and 90 days of weekly Millionaire Mentoring. That's also an option. That's 77 plus the 29.97. It's $3,074. They do offer financing for that, guys, just so you know. Now, the deadline rate for that is, well, we're actually past that because, that should be March 2nd. Sorry. March 2nd is the deadline for that. Like I said, next Friday. Now, option number 4 is that you take the financing, right? You can pay it off over, 3 or 4 months. It's anywhere from $780 to $1,300 to put an average of $1,000 per month for the 3 or 4 months. And you make $77 plus the 3. I believe they've extended it to 3 and 4, whichever works best for you. And you can take the financing option. And once again, Friday, March 2nd at midnight, you've got to book your coaching call prior to Friday. And I need confirmation that you are in and that you have committed and signed your franchise documents prior to going into Millionaire Mentoring. Now, the last option, if you're already a My.com business member and you want to be able to leverage these bonuses for yourself, you can get access for $1,500 bucks. Okay, it's $57,000 that you can get access for $1,500, and you would PayPal to support@10xlifestyles.com. There have been people that have already done that are right here on the broadcast, that were involved with somebody else's team, and they want to be able to, leverage these bonuses and get the 90 Days to Millionaire Mentoring. Okay. Now, the recordings are not something that you can share outside of the group. Okay, I'm just going to be straightforward, guys. Okay, people try to skate the system, and I've been in this industry for 3 decades, and everybody knows me, and it always leaks out somehow, some way. People get caught, and if that happens, you will be removed from Millionaire Mentoring. It's breach of copyright, and it's a problem. So please respect the fact that in the event that you're one of these people that pays the $1,500, it is for your eyes only. Okay, the recordings are not to be distributed outside of the group. Just want to be real clear. Once again, the deadline, Friday, March 2nd at midnight. Now, people that choose the financing option, if you do, will only remain in Millionaire Mentoring if their payments are made on time. Okay, so if you make your first payment and then the second month comes, you haven't been coachable, you haven't done the action steps, you haven't done anything, and now you're going to miss that payment, the company will turn off your franchise, and I will remove you from the Millionaire Mentoring until you're caught up. Okay, so just so you know. Now, remember, the $3,000 Super Saturday is happening today, right? Today, right? All $77 Pro members and franchise members on my personal time. That's happening right here, right shortly. We're going to take a 20-minute break. So all Millionaire Mentoring participants will get 200 people guaranteed in their downline. Now, what does that mean? That means if you become a franchise member, they're going to guarantee with their traffic that you get a minimum of 200 people in your business right from the get-go, right? And that a lot of times puts you into profitability right out of the gate. So now is your chance, guys. Now is your chance to create freedom for you and your family. I'm telling you, I've literally helped dozens and dozens of people to freedom, go from rags to riches, and it can happen for you too. So the question is, do you want to start popping $77 and $1,500 commissions daily? Okay, because we do it like popcorn, guys. And I'm not kidding you. It's like fireworks. So if you want to get started, you want to reach back out to the person that brought you here today by Facebook, and they will give you their personal link, okay? Now, once you learn these strategies, guys, you'll never, ever have to worry about money ever again. And I'm not joking you. If you're just coachable, you just apply the strategies, you're on the fast track. Now, spots go super fast, guys. Okay, that was my personal link, and I've got other people here on the broadcast. So I'm going to tell you once again, reach out to the person that brought you to the broadcast today to ask for their link to get access to the 3 hours of Millionaire Mentoring that's going to start in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, you need to have paid the $77 to get the 3 hours of Millionaire Mentoring. Now, I promised you this bonus where you can get a free copy of my training manual valued at $197 if you go to mlmsuperhero.com. You opt in there, and the autoresponder sends out a copy of the book, right, to your email. So put in a valid email if you want to get a copy of the book, and bada boom, we are done. So let me just stop this here right here. Okay, great. Okay, guys. So my question to you is this. Does anybody here have any questions before we advance? Anybody have any questions? Robert.
Hey, Darren. Awesome mentoring video or session as well. Awesome, man. I got one quick question for you. If people do want to do the part-time payments, I had a couple of people ask me the same questions. When you do the first payment, are you Are you a franchise member automatically, or is it wait till the final payment and then they activate your
From
franchise?
what I understand, as soon as you make your first payment, you have to actually sign like a contract.
Oh, of course,
right?
yeah.
You got to sign a contract. So,
Yeah.
you know, when you make the payment, they're already setting your system up for you, and you're good to go from there.
So you basically, you're just going into a payment plan, and you're basically active, and you get all the leads and everything that they promised at the franchise level?
Yes. And the thing that you have to understand here is that, you know, if you don't make your payment, it's like you're missing your car payment.
Yeah.
Right? So they send the repo to pick up your
car away.
So this is kind of the same. They just turn your franchise off until
Okay.
you're up to date. Okay. Any other questions, guys, before we move forward today? Any other questions? Hands. Any questions, guys? Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I'm able to get so much activity on Facebook through a number of different strategies that, quite honestly, they just make sense, right? They're not difficult, but you have to understand that we're really in the personal development business, guys. Okay, I want you guys to really get this, that this right here is our business model, okay? This, okay? People say, Darren, how do you get so many people to enroll so fast? Okay, this. You have to provide value to the marketplace, okay? People are not buying your business opportunity, just so you know. If you want to make 7 figures, you know what they're buying? Who knows what they're really buying? Anybody? Dan, what are they buying?
There we go. They're buying you. They're buying your leadership.
They're buying your leadership, guys. They want to know that if they pay, that you're going to be able to take them to the promised land. Okay, that's what they're buying. Okay, this is honest. I'm going to give it to you guys straight so that you really, truly get this. People that come from features and benefits are, have I got a deal for you? Check out my deal. Here's why you need to get in my deal, right? I'm telling you, you're going to do great. You're going to make so much money. That's not our business model. That's why the failure rate's so high. This is what you get when you do that. Pushback, okay? Because you're trying to convince the other person. So we're going to wrap up for now. Reach back out to the person that brought you to the broadcast today. Once you're in, they're going to add you to the group, right? We have a private group on Facebook, a secret group, and I'm going to post the link to the next broadcast, okay? Now, quarter to, what are we at here? 12:30. Okay, so 20 minutes, guys. 10 to 1. Once you're in for 77, get into the group. I'm going to post the link to the next 3 hours of Millionaire Mentoring, and I'm really looking forward to helping you guys change your life, okay? Let me just see. Somebody put a question here. I already have MD. I want to know all the other areas. Well, if you have an MDCB franchise, you can send $1,500 US to support@10xlifestyles.com. Support@10xlifestyles.com. And you're in after that. There's a bunch of people here on the broadcast that have done that. Okay, guys, who got value today? Who got value? Let's see, show of hands. Who got value today? Awesome. Guys, I'm fired up for you. I'm excited. Throw your hat over the wall and let's get busy. Have a great day. All the best.